Hi there, everybody. Juanita's Casita here, and I'm going to show you how to create these poinsettias from a metal die. And I've used different types of paper, shiny foil. Sorry about that, trying to get my camera to focus. There we go, a little bit. And we're just going to use some shiny foil, some glitter paper. I'm going to use a stylus, and we're going to go through it all. I'm going to show you. So here's the metal die that I use. It's by Griffin, and it's the mini poinsettia die. You've all seen me do lots of die cuts, so we're not going to go into die cutting today, but just know that I did use this die to create all of the die cuts that I will be assembling with glue using art glitter glue, the pink label. And so I'm just going to shift this around here. Let me see what I got. So I'm going to do this red one, and this is a shiny foil. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shape the petals with my fingers. I'm going to just bend them over my fingers like this, and just that's going to give it some dimension. And I'm going to use a stylus, my Wendy Vecchi Make Art stylus. And let's see, what is it? A stylus? I'm not even sure what it's called. I think it's called something else, but I just call it a stylus today. Anyway, so I'm forming all these petals, okay? Just kind of giving them an arch like such, going over, and we're going to do all three petals and the tiny one. And you don't want to pull too hard because you might rip the petal. I've done that before. I've ripped off a petal. So we're just going to form all of these. And then I am going to use a stylus, or this stylus tool. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use this mat here. This is it's a cutting mat, but it's kind of soft on this side. You can push into it. It's not like hard or rigid. The other side of this mat is a little firmer. It's hard, but that's because it has a magnet on the other side. And I do like that magnet feature. But for this one, we need something that we can push down to and has a little give. So I'm going to use the stylus. I'm going to use the largest ball that I have here, and I'm going to go to the middle of the flower, and we're going to run it in a circular motion, just like this. And the flower is going to spin, and that's going to give some dimension and some lift to the petals. As you can see here, that flower has now lifted. It's dimensional. It's no longer flat, not even curved down. That the curving is kind of lost. You can see there the difference between the one that I haven't used on the mat there. And if you have any sort of, there's other types of mats that people use with paper crafting when they make flowers. It's like a foamy mat. You can use that too. Okay, so I'm going to do it to the other three, or the other remaining two, the larger one and then the very tiny one. And again, looks like I lost a piece off that petal. No worries. I can hide it with another flower. Okay, so I'm spinning this around, circular motion, and look at all three of them. They're standing pretty good. These look really good. And I'm going to bring over my other mat because I get glue everywhere. And this mat is already gross. So I don't want to ruin the nice side of my cutting mat, the gray one. So I'm using the art glitter pink label glue. And I'm very heavy handed with my glue. As you can see, I probably put too much there, more than I needed. So we're going to go opposite. See that opposite, the petals? We're gonna put these on opposite, not the same. That's the same direction. We don't want that. We want opposite. Okay. And we're gonna put this down. Now, this glue, it's not an instantaneous connection, like crazy glue, but you still need, I need it to focus. You still need to make that contact. So what I do is I push down on the center with my stylus, and I'm just going to create a contact there, hold it down for a few seconds, get that glue to adhere. And this paper is so super shiny. This red foil paper here, shiny, shiny, shiny. And you can see above me the silver ones, and the silver and the gold one up there. And there's another shiny red one there. Poinsettias at Christmas time come in all colors. And even if you wanted to make pink ones or purple or blue, you could do whatever color you want. I am just using traditional colors. And of course, there's glitter and foil involved. Okay, another dollop of glue right there. And I'm going to go ahead and, again, opposite. Let's see if we can see that there, if it focuses a little bit. I'm having a real problem focusing. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to work with this video. But we're going to opposite. See how these petals are opposite? Again, we're going to add the second one, and just like that. Okay. So I'm going to bring it, and because these flowers have dimension, they kind of don't want to go where they're supposed to, but I'm just going to press down on the center, make contact with that glue and that paper, and just a little bit. And if you over glued it, you will get some glue squishing out from the back. You will want to move this to a new location, because if you did, it'll end up gluing. If you did get glue in the back, you're going to end up gluing your flower to your mat, or your mat to your flower, whichever. So just kind of pressing down, making contact. And I think that's pretty good on that one. Just a little bit more. I'm going to pick it up. Carefully going to move it. There, you see? And that one held its shape pretty good. Yeah, look at that. Just needs to have the little berries or whatever that go in the middle. I haven't figured out what I'm going to use there, if I'm going to use little jewels or not. Okay, so now we're going to do this gold one, and this gold glitter. That's the smallest petal. Okay, and this paper is really shiny, and I'm forming the petals again with my finger. I find using my finger is just quicker. You don't have to go searching for the tool. It's right there, ready to go. You could use other items, for example, like this, a dowel or a stylus. People use different things. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. Now, it's taking me forever to do these 3 petals. I could have already been finished with this whole flower, okay? But just to show you that there are other ways to do it. See, now this paper here is a foil, matte foil, and this one does not like to curl. That one kind of lost its shape. And there's another red one. And here's another matte foil. But for some reason, the matte foils are much thicker paper, and so they tend to lose their dimension or their dimensionality. That's even a crafty word. But these glitter ones really hold it a lot better. So I really like making the glitter ones, but it's a lot of glitter. Okay, so I'm just going to continue. I'm just going to continue. And to keep it consistent, I'm going to continue using this stylus here, but I'm not going to do it that way in the future. I'm going to use my hand because it just takes too long. So now again, we're going to take the larger ball, the larger one, and we're going to put that down into the mat, push it a little bit, not too hard, and we're going to go in a circular motion, spinning it around, sorry. And you can see there that it is, look how it just puffed up. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And we're going to continue doing it to the other ones. And here we go. Spin, 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 circular motion. And you can just see it come to life right before your eyes. It's going to lift up. And we're going to do the third one. And here we go again. We're going to circular motion on this smallest one. And I have found with some of the thinner papers, they do rip when I do the circular motion. So just be careful with your paper, especially the matte foils. Sometimes those get indented, and if your stylus is too pointy or whatever, it's going to end up ripping the paper. That's happened to me before, but so far these other papers are doing pretty good. And again, the glitter is American Crafts glitter, and I got that glitter paper. I got that from Joann's maybe, I don't know, a year or two ago, but they're pretty consistent with their American Crafts paper. Okay, dollop of glue. Again, we're going to go opposite. Okay, not the same. That's the same. No, we're going to go opposite. Okay, because that's how the flowers are. The petals are opposite. They're not the same in the same direction. It's every other one. Get those out of the way because we're having trouble focusing. There we go. Okay, so again, making contact with the glue, using my stylus to apply pressure. I'm going to have to confirm that that's the word. I'm having like a brain thing right now where I can't figure it out. Okay, here we go. So making the connection, and let's see, a couple more pressure, little pressures there. I was gonna say pressure points. A couple more just to make that connection, and I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna slightly move that because I did too much glue. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm heavy-handed with the glue. Yeah, so you can see right there, I used a little bit too much glue. So let's move this around. I got to put glue on for the final petal, but I don't want to get all over that glue. And this glue dries, it can dry pretty quickly. So I'm going to add another little dollop there. Going to add the final petal. And again, opposite, opposite, opposite of the most recent one. And I need to make contact with that glue and that paper. Gonna hold that down for a few seconds. Sometimes I get antsy like that and I moved it and oh, did you see that? The pedal shifted. Bring it on back. And we're gonna do it again, adding some pressure there so that paper and glue can make contact. Has time to adhere. And now I think that's good. Yeah, that's good right there. So you gotta be careful with that extra glue, but I want to show you guys what I've got here. My little stockpile of Christmas flowers. So I've got, just to show you here, the gold glitter, the silver glitter. We've got a lot of the red, shiny, and oh, trying to focus and see my dry hands because 'tis the season, right? But anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining me today and watching me make these poinsettia flowers. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I even do have TikTok at Juanita's Casita. And if I don't chat with you again, have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And, click that notification button so you can be notified when I do anything live.